Hi, I'm George Sam with Mainstreet Medina. Welcome to another edition of Medina Minute. Today we're going to sit down and talk with some people you see around town and hear their stories. Come join me. Hello. Today for Medina Minutes we have Rachael Hall, who's the owner of Not Yourself, and I think it's called Medical Massage Studio,
yes.
Right?
Yep.
Welcome, Rachael.
Thank you.
Good to talk to you. You started your business when in Medina?
Back in 2019, right before
2019.
Corona hit.
Okay. So you started then, and then what happened?
So I started it in September. Actually, yesterday was my 3-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Started it, and I was doing nursing at the same time. Stepped out at the end of 2019, and then went full-time with it. And then in March, I was shut down for 2 months.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay. And then did business pick up again
Yeah, so
eventually?
I was solo at the time, and then after we were able to open back up, within a year, I got really busy and then hired on staff, and now 3 years later, I have 9 people on payroll.
Wow, so you had a different location.
Same building, different area inside the building.
And then you expanded.
Yes.
In the building.
Yes.
Okay, so you're at, the address is 238 South Elmwood, so you're kind of where Got Milt is, right?
Yes.
So if you go to the parking lot on South Court Street, you go back there, and that's where your studio is.
Yep,
back there, right?
I'm inside Got Milt's gym, inside the red brick building, right behind Time Restaurant.
So cool,
Yeah.
Wonderful. And what all can you expect when you book an appointment or whatever?
So when you book an appointment, you're usually coming to us because something is bugging you, something is hurting, or something
Like my
needs to be
neck?
fixed. Yes.
Right now.
So something is usually causing you discomfort. That's why
Yeah.
you're coming. So our job is to figure out what's causing you the issues, how to fix them, and then what homework we can give you to go home with to help long term.
Oh, okay, so it's a little bit in-service massage therapy, then you go home with some homework.
Yep.
And then that's supposed to correct whatever issue you have, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. Are there any other services besides that you provide?
So I love my business because we have anywhere between 15-minute service and a 2-hour service.
Nice.
We do something called the massage bar, which I really love. It doesn't include alcohol, unfortunately. We trade up different kind of modalities, AKA add-ons like cupping and hot stones.
Okay.
We do therapeutic massage, relaxation massage. We also do dry needling services.
Wow, that's awesome. So how many employees do you have, and how many stations are there? Like, you could take more than one at a time, I suppose, right?
Yeah, if you want to do a dry needling session, then we recommend doing like a light detox massage afterwards.
Nice.
We have 3 treatment rooms, a reception area. I have my daughter on the front desk duty, and then I have myself on payroll, and then I have 7 other therapists on payroll.
Are they full-time, part-time?
So in the massage world, I think everybody thinks we could work 40 hours a week, and we really
Right.
can't. I probably would die.
Yeah, it's
So
physically draining,
yes.
right?
So technically, yes, we are full-time massage therapists, but we don't do 40 hours. Full-time's like 20 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
What got you into this type of business?
So I came from the nursing world. I was actually in the serving world before the nursing world, and then I loved helping people. And
Cool.
I did facility work, admissions, rehab. I did it all. And then I went to in-home pediatrics, and I loved doing the one-on-one care, and I felt like I was really making a difference in the couple families that I was working with,
Yeah.
but I wanted to make a bigger difference in the community. So I actually ended up going back out of in-home and back to facility work.
Okay.
Hated it, went back to in-home, and I was like, I need to do something different. So what I did is I was driving around and I saw the massage school. I was like, well, I've been up there once before, let's check it out. I walked in there, and then I walked out already registered for classes in 2 weeks.
Good.
I didn't know what I was doing or getting myself into, but I knew I just wanted to help more people in a different kind of way.
Nice. Now, explain to me what kind of physicality you have to do massage. I'll bet it's hard work,
Yes,
right?
it is.
So you have to be physically fit.
You have to be physically
much.
fit. I don't know if you're a massage therapist and you don't work out. I don't know how you massage. It's
you
very
have
hard
to work out.
Yeah, you have to stay physically fit to stay up with the demands.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So besides that, what do we need to know about you? So are you from Medina originally?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you always lived here? You went to school here, I would imagine,
Yep.
right? Okay, so tell us a little bit about you.
So I grew up in Medina. I started in first grade right down the street at Garfield School.
Garfield School. Cool.
I grew up in a house by the Foundry, actually on Foundry Street.
On Foundry
and
Street,
then,
okay.
yep. What else did I do? And then I worked in Medina. What do I like to do? I'm a single mom, so I would probably just say my kid.
Okay.
But my kid's in high school now, so I guess I have to have some hobbies.
Yeah, right.
So I started a business. So I do like to work out. I took up snowboarding. I love to snowboard.
Oh, that's cool.
What else do I like to do? I love to run the business. I'm learning a lot about leadership now. So I want to kind of innovate the massage world. So that's kind of like my next step.
Yeah.
I like to do things differently. A lot of times people think, oh my gosh, this person's your competition or that. And nobody's my competition. I don't see myself as competing against other businesses because we all have different morals and values and why we started the business.
Yeah.
So
and you need more than one because everybody needs help.
Exactly.
Right?
There's so many people in Medina. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can help so many people. And it's not just, I don't help you once in your lifetime. You're probably going to come back,
Yeah, that's true.
So just making the business different and bigger, and I just don't know how that looks yet.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're really passionate about this.
Yeah, I love helping people.
So you kind of walked into the school, and then before you know it, it's like, this is my career.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing.
That's
I
so
just
cool.
started it. Yeah.
That's cool. What do you think about being a business in Medina?
I
How does that
love
feel?
Medina. It is what they say. I think they say it's a big town. It feels like a big town in a small town. I don't know the saying that they say, but I love the square. I love being up on the square. I love the environment of the people. I love the support that and the small community feeling that you get. Even though we have grown really big, but we still have that small community feeling, which I love.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you do in your spare time then, besides snowboarding? So you're very physical. Do you have any other interests? Like, do you do hobbies?
I love to YouTube, personal development stuff is my
Cool.
big thing.
So you have a whole set of YouTubes out there?
I don't YouTube personally, not
you
not
go
yet
to
at
those.
least.
Okay,
I watch them.
You watch them?
I do
Personal
like
development. Okay.
a lot of personal development. I like audiobooks. I'll watch a lot of YouTubes and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then I like the Cavs games. I started liking the Cavs last year.
Just last year you started.
So when you're a single mom, you really don't have a lot, you're so busy taking care of a kid.
Sure.
And then I went to school, the nursing school, and then working in a career. The one thing as a nurse, I remember when I first started that, I loved helping people, but then I saw, it's always been shorthanded. It's always been short-staffed. But I remember looking at the staff that were already there and already seasoned. Yeah. And I remember talking to myself, I was like, I don't want to look like them in 20, 30 years. I need to do something different. Yeah. So just growing myself, and I do love helping other people. I have a lot of people who reach out to me and they're like, oh, you're so successful, you're this, you're that, can you help me? I'm like, sure, I'll tell you everything I know, but I don't know what I'm doing sometimes.
Well, apparently you do, because it's rubbing off on people. That's
Thank
great.
you.
So how does it feel to be a single mom owning a business? You said your child is in high school now, maybe, right?
Yep, 10th grade.
So you don't need to kind of be there all the time. But how does it feel being a single mom with a business?
It's rewarding and scary at the same time.
Really?
So in August 1st of this year, I had to have shoulder surgery.
Oh no.
And so that means I'm not massaging. That means I'm not bringing income into the business. So that was the most scariest thing I had to go through. And they say if you just keep going towards your passion, stuff will follow. And I can't tell you how true that is. So right before I ended up having to get surgery, I ended up hiring on 2 more people, which really helps with that gap.
That's good.
So entrepreneurship is like this, add a single mom level to it. It can go up and down. But it is very rewarding and it is scary, but I don't think anything really awesome has happened inside of comfort zones.
Yeah. And you're a woman that owns a business, a single mom that owns a business. So you are kind of a trendsetter, and you're helping people to kind of come out of their comfort zone to do the same thing. What kind of advice would you give to other moms or women that want to start a business?
You have to find what you're passionate about. Anybody can have. So anything to start a business is called a resource. The stuff that you need, the money, the time, whatever you need is called a resource. Yeah. And sometimes people stop going towards their goal because they lack a resource. And my thing is, if you lack that resource, figure it out. Figure out how you're lacking a resource and work your way around it.
That's cool.
I started this business with a lot of naysayers. And I started it literally with a massage table and some sheets and lotion. And grew it to what it is now.
Built this wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Serving a lot of people. How many customers do you think you have?
We just hit records high last month.
Wow.
We hit record high for clients in the month, the week, the new clients for the month. I think we have over 1,000 clients in our client books.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Good for you. And I wish you the best of luck with that business. It's
Thank
already
you.
going strong, so I just wanted to continue for you.
Absolutely.
So besides that, is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about? Do you travel? Is there
I love to
favorite
travel.
spots?
Yeah, so I did a lot of traveling before COVID hit, and then I haven't really gotten back into it just yet. But
Kinda
actually,
like the rest of us.
I
like,
know.
we don't even know what to do anymore.
Right. It's like, oh, should we go? Should we not go? Should we wait?
Right.
But we're planning a trip next summer. No, June. It's the second week of June, and it's the Bryce and Zion Canyon.
Oh, I've been there.
Oh, I want to go there so bad.
So amazing.
So I saw it. People talk about it, and then I have a treadmill at home that shows you all the scenery.
Right.
And one of the places was the Zion. I was like, I have to go here. I have
it's
to.
amazing. You
So
have to go.
that's my next place I'm going.
That's
yeah.
awesome. Good for you. Snowboarding. So where do you do that?
So I picked up snowboarding 2 years ago, and of course I have to do the most challenging thing, right?
course.
And it looks cooler. And I figured if you have
and
one
you're
board versus
fit,
two,
so you could get away with doing more than.
So I did. So my boyfriend, his family goes to Park City every year.
Oh,
I didn't know
cool.
what Park City was
Yeah.
until I got there, and I was like, wow,
Oh, yeah,
this is huge, So
it's not like our hills around
no,
here,
it's not.
right?
I last year I actually went to Peak in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a big mountain. That's a big hill. It's
a
not a
big hill.
mountain. Yeah. So Park City is beautiful. The snow's different.
Utah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. And I took up snowboarding. I did the lessons. I'm pretty sure I broke my tailbone the first time. But I was able to make it down the beginner's hill, which is a green hill, 4 times by the end of the week without falling.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I was pretty excited about that. And then last year I was able to hit some blue hills. And it's awesome because you go down these hills and then you have to take a break because you're so tired because it's such a long run,
Right.
and then you just keep on at it again.
So for those that ski or snowboard, it's green for the beginners,
Yep.
blue for the intermediate,
Yep.
and then black.
I think black
Have you
is
ever
next.
done
Yep.
diamond black or whatever they're called?
Oh no, I haven't.
That's coming up?
No. So in New York in the Peak, they have the black ones that I could probably do because it's like the blue ones in Park City.
True. So out west, the hills or the mountains are bigger.
Yes.
And the challenges are greater.
Yes.
But they're still like diamond, blue, and green, but they're totally different. It's like
Yes.
one way or the
And
other.
it is scary because I remember I was battling anxiety out there too. I didn't realize I had it until I was out there. And once I
You mean
started,
height anxiety?
just scared that I was going to fall off a cliff.
Oh yeah,
And
that's real.
Well, I wasn't even by a cliff. I wasn't even
Oh, I
near
see.
one.
It's the perception.
Yes,
right?
and
Yeah.
I was completely out of my comfort zone. I was like, I'm just going to do it. And on a snowboard, they teach you, you can't lean on your back leg because if you lean on your back leg, you go up. So you have to head and go down. And that's the most unnatural feeling.
Push yourself forward.
Your weight has to be on your front foot going downhill. And then, by the way, you have to know how to stop.
That's the other challenge.
Yeah.
Try to stop. So it's kind of one of those things where once you learn how to do it, though.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was afraid this past year when I went. I was afraid of how much I would have forgotten because I tried to go here, but here it's like a hit or miss with the snow, and then building the business and having to be there. And actually having a good snow day to go to one of the local ones. It was very hard. So going back last year, I was afraid I was going to lose a lot, but I gained a whole lot. I took a couple more lessons, but I was doing blue hills. I loved it.
Cool. So for anybody that wants to snowboard, you suggest it, right? But be careful.
Yes.
You practice here and then go out west.
Yes.
Don't just go out there, right?
Don't just go out
And there's
there.
also no air once you get higher.
Yes,
so
you
that
have to.
adds
So you
the
have to be
anxiety.
fit. Yeah, you have to be because the oxygen in the air. When you come back, you should train and run out there, and then when you come back, you're awesome here. Yeah.
Awesome. What would you recommend to people that want to go from maybe they're not in peak shape? Mm-hmm. They come to you, they want to get therapy, they want to improve their health. What would you suggest to people that they do to get their health to the point where they're better than they were.
Yeah, I always thrive to push for good health, because that's why are we alive? If we need to take care of our bodies so we can live longer to enjoy what we have in our life. So coming to us, that's why we do the 15 minutes to 2 hours. I did it because a lot of people, they were like, oh, massage is just a luxury. You only do it if you have the money. So I set multiple different layers depending on where you would like to fall. And so regardless of what problem you're coming in with, we can help you at least with that one problem.
Nice.
And then we all have muscle memory in our bodies. Just like, you know, when you learn to ride a bike, and you don't do it for so many years, you get back on it, you don't automatically fall, but you're still a little wobbly, but you have that muscle memory in your muscles. Same thing happens with massage. Your muscles are like this all day. You come to get a massage, we help you to go like this, but you're going to want to go like this. So we'd like to see you for like the first appointment, and then we'd like to see you a week from that. And then depending on what happens at that week appointment with the questions we ask you and what your body is presenting, then we push your appointment out. But we usually recommend anywhere between 4 and 6 weeks for a regular hour massage for your body. If you're going through holiday season or stressful times, you're probably going to need a massage in between there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, too, when you leave there, you just don't go home and do nothing, right?
Yes.
You suggest people do probably stretching. I'm
Yes.
assuming stretching and some exercises. What kind of is the average thing that you send people home to do?
So a lot of the times with massage, and even in the nursing world, I've come to find is the last science class anybody, you know, the general public has taken is back in high school. So they're really out of touch with their own body. And sometimes they don't know where to go to get answers or help for certain problems. So a lot of times when we see them, I like to suggest yoga. Yoga is really good for the body, or any kind of stretches. I would usually suggest like a private yoga session at first, so you can get that proper form down. Any kind of activity that gets you moving and grooving, walking around the block, running, anything like that. Chiropractor is huge because we work with your muscles, they work with your backbone. You know, the muscles are attached to the backbone.
So that's the difference between the two?
Yeah, oh yes, that's what I tell them. So a lot of times people will go to a chiropractor, get adjusted, and they feel like, they're like, well, then it goes away. I'm like, well, that's because your body's going to want to go back to where it came from. A lot of times they go to chiropractor and their muscles are not allowing them to do what they wanted to do. So they see us, they take a break, they see us, they get fixed, then they go back, and the adjustments hold a lot longer, and it's more efficient with their health.
The home therapy, all that kind of changes your body.
Yes.
And
so
gets more fit.
your posture changes. I see a lot of kids with tech neck, the technology, the laptops, the iPhones. The tech neck is huge. So our cervical spine is supposed to have a nice C curve, and what is happening is a lot of straight military necks, straight necks. And what happens with that is a lot of nerve impingement. So we see a lot of people with numbness or tingling in their hands, or headaches. Headaches is huge. That was huge when everybody went home with Corona, working from home. Headaches and numbness and tingling on the hands. Low back problems. They weren't supporting their feet when they were at home in their house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So simple fixes, you know, that you wouldn't think.
You can fix this stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you don't have to live with the hurt neck.
Yes.
Come in, get adjusted over time. No more pain.
Yeah.
Right?
Awesome. And you go through life, you do, you know, putting events together for you. So you strain your body. You know, you may strain your body and have to come back, which is good.
That's
you know.
True. That is so true.
Yeah.
Well, I love the fact that you are helping improve people's quality of life and keeping people healthy. And I'm glad we interviewed you today. Thanks so much for coming in.
I appreciate it.
Make sure you go to Not Yourself.
Yep.
And the address again is 238 South Elmwood. Make an appointment with Rachel and her team today.
Yeah. Thank you.
Armstrong is proud to partner with Mainstreet Medina to produce the Medina Minute series to support our local businesses and our community. As a dedicated member since 2007, Armstrong sponsors local events like the Southtown Cruise-Ins, the Medina Farmers Market, Kids Day of Safety and Play, and the Medina Candlelight Walk. To keep up with the latest Medina Minute episodes, tune into the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on Channel 100 or visit Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on YouTube.